Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video I want to talk to you about concealers. So I wanted to do this video for a while and I've just been trying out all my different concealers just so I can, get some good opinions going for you. And I want to do this video because I want to do it about concealers for fair skin. So I am quite fair. I am an C15 in MAC. Let me just check my other foundations. So I am a Porcelain in Primark's foundations. I am a fair neutral in this Tarte foundation. So usually I'm in the fair category. I rarely go into the light category. So usually in the first few shades of foundations, that's what I work out as. I just wanted to do this video today in case you wanted to find some fair skin concealers. And if there's any that I've missed, please leave them in the description box because I do want to check those out. Okay, so the first concealer that I'm going to talk about is the Tarte Shape Tape. So I have this in the shade Fair Neutral, which I think is the lightest shade. I think they have other shades similar around to it, but they are pink undertones. So this is the neutral undertone, which is what I would prefer to go to. I don't like anything to lean too pink, and I'll have a bit of yellow, but I would prefer a neutral if I can get it. So it is a very full coverage concealer. I have had mine for quite a while actually, and it's lasted me quite a while. I think I've had it about 3 or 4 months and I do use it quite regularly. It is £22 on Tarte's website and you have to spend about 40 to get free shipping. They rarely do any kind of discounts on Tarte Shape Tape. They had one on the other day and it was for 6 hours. So if you didn't grab it in that 6 hours, there was no discount. So you can also buy this from QVC in the UK and it's £28 plus shipping, which is usually about £3 or £4, and it does come with like a beauty sponge of some description. For me it's still cheaper to buy it from Tarte's website. They do have around £40 free shipping, so you need to spend that much to get the free shipping, but taxes and taxes and customs, that's the word, are included in the price now. So if you buy 2 Tarte Shape Tapes you get free shipping, so that's what I would do, or buy something else because they're always having some kind of sales and things on. They rarely do any kind of discount on the Shape Tape. It's just usually excluded from any kind of promotions, and they did have one the other day but it was for 6 hours, so if you didn't get it within them 6 hours, then you've missed it. So this is the Shape Tape on the back of my hand. It's not one of the lightest shades, but it is one of the most full coverage shades, which I do like it for that, any days where I've got any really severe bad eye bags. So yeah, that is the Tarte Shape Tape. It's a staple in most people's makeup bags, so if you wanted to go for a high-end concealer, I would get this one. I have tried MAC Studio Fix in the past and it's just not, it's not right for me. It's just the colour's too dark, even the lightest shade, so I would recommend this as a high-end concealer. So now we'll go with a more affordable option. Now this is a drugstore concealer. This is the Revlon Conceal and Define. Just looks like this. Everywhere blew up about this concealer because they were saying it was a dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape. I cannot say that, and it is only £4. You do not get a lot of product in here. You only get 4 grams. I find that when I use this and I use it very consistently, it runs out very quickly, so it'll only last me about 6 weeks, so I try not to use it every day. They had an original set of shades and then they brought out some lighter ones, which was pretty awesome. So some people, I've seen online that some people either hate this or they love it. It's one of those that really divides people. I find it fine. Some people think that it has little lines on them, or it's not hydrating enough, so it's worth trying though to see whether it suits you. So this is in the shade 0.5. This is one of the newer shades and it just looks like this. You can see it is a lot brighter than the Shape Tape, so I don't use this like every day. I only use it when I really want to brighten under my eyes. I have just ordered a new shade C1, which was the original lighter shade, and probably because I'm going to mix those two together and probably get my perfect shade. So yeah, this is only £4. You can get it from Revolution Beauty website, you can get it from Superdrug, yeah, you can get this from a wide range of places. Okay, so the next concealer, I kind of debated about whether I should show this to you because it is from a discontinued brand. However, I am still seeing a few bits of the brand in other stores. You might be able to get it online, you know, other places, places where they sell makeup that's maybe been discontinued, like Fragrance Direct might start stocking it soon, who knows. So this is the 17 Stay Time Concealer, and I have got it in the shade Extra Fair. Now, I'm kind of showing this to you because it's not one of my favourite, and I kind of wanted to show you why, but again, it might work for you. So I got mine on sale. It was around £2, so it was really cheap, and it just looks like this again. So not as bright as the Revolution one. I did feel when it was on my skin, it kind of pulled a little bit grey after I'd been wearing it for a while, so maybe that is something to watch out for. And I kind of felt like as the day got on, it wore off a little bit as well. So it's not got them as much staying power as, say, something like the Tarte Shape Tape did. But I just wanted to kind of put this in there as like an affordable one, even though you actually can't get it anymore. I just wanted to talk about it because there aren't that many fair concealers, so I just wanted to talk about as many as possible. So as these have been on my hand a little bit, they've started to oxidize a little bit, and the Revolution one, I don't know how well you can see it, it's pulling a little bit pink. So maybe keep that in mind. If you don't want your concealer to look too pink, the Revolution one might not be for you. The next one is the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. This is $6 and you can buy this on the Colourpop website. I've heard some buzzing around on Facebook and stuff that Colourpop might be coming to Beauty Bay, so we'll have to wait and see for that one. They do ship within the US and they also ship with international, but you have to spend $50 to get free international shipping, which will also get customs on. I personally, when I'm buying anything from Colourpop, I send it to my ball box because I've usually got a few other bits, you know, waiting there to be shipped as well. I'm not gonna lie, there's always makeup there waiting for me, and then I ship everything on together. You know, you reduce a lot of your shipping charges really, because if you wanted to bundle a few things together, you know, it might be cheaper to send them all in one. Anyway, I'll link that down below so you can check it out. There's a $5 off your first order anyway if you wanted to have a look at that. So this is the Colourpop concealer. This is in the shade, if I can find the shade, Fair 02. So this was actually one of the newer shades that they brought out. I did used to have the lightest shade, and that lightest shade is no longer very light in comparison to the new shade ranges, which is pretty good. So this is like the lightest concealer that I own, and as with the Revolution one, I will only ever wear this if I really want to brighten my under eyes with. I do find this concealer does oxidize once it's been on for a few minutes and it's really warmed up to your skin. You'll probably see that in a bit when we're still talking about the other concealers, but it still is the lightest, and it is a very good coverage as well. For only $6, I think it's definitely worth checking out. So the next concealer is actually one I've been reaching for a lot lately, and you can actually see on the tube, I don't know actually how well you can see it, but it's actually running out in the middle, and that shows how much I've been reaching for it. So this is the Barry M, it's the All Night Long Full Coverage Concealer, and it is in the shade 1 Milk. I have the foundation that goes with this, and I've been meaning to do a review on it, so if anyone wants to have a review on that, it's a very light skinned, and it's a stick foundation, so if anyone wants a video on that, let me know. Does anyone still watch foundation reviews? Because I love doing foundation reviews, but I don't feel like anyone watches them anymore. So if you do, just let me know and I'll carry on doing them. But anyway, this is the Barry M concealer. This was about $4.99 I think it was, and it is very slightly oxidizing on my skin, but probably not as much as say like the Revolution one or the Colourpop one does. It is a very good coverage. I have actually used this a few times this week to prime my eyes when I've been setting my eyeshadow as a base. I really like this, and it is very fair, so that's a little drugstore alternative for you for that one. Okay, so now we are going to go on to a cult classic. Now this is the collection Lasting Perfection Ultimate Wear Concealer. I have got it in the shade Extra Fair, which is 0, because they originally had like a fair that wasn't very fair, so when they brought out a lighter shade they had to call it Extra Fair. So again, like with the Barry M concealer, it's it's running out in the middle, so I can tell I've really been using it a lot. And just to note as well, you cannot get the Barry M and this concealer on Superdrug's website. This one's $4.19 I think, and they're usually on 3 for 2 and stuff on Superdrug, so I'll link that down below so you can get it. So that is the shade here, not as light as the Barry M, but slightly more yellow toned, whereas actually when looking at it, the Barry M is either a neutral or a pink. I can't really see yet because it's not set fully, so it just looks like that. It is really good, £4.19. It's a really good coverage, and a lot of beauty bloggers like really rave about this one. I definitely think it's worth that hype. It's a really good and affordable concealer. So yeah, £4.19. Okay, so the next concealer I think is actually one of the darkest concealers that I own, and this is the Catrice Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer, and you can actually see on this one I have used quite a bit of it. Where did I buy this on? I think I bought it from the Hush app and had it sent to my mall box, but I know you can buy it. Where can you buy Catrice? I'm sure I've seen somewhere that you can buy it from. If I'll find it, I will link it down below. When I was on holiday in Spain, I did find quite a few places sold it, so it might be more widely available in like Europe and USA rather in the UK, but I'm sure I have seen Catrice somewhere. So this is in the shade 010 Porcelain, and it just looks like that. It has oxidized while it has been on my skin, so it's like the darkest concealer that I have, but say if I'm a little bit tanned, I'll go to this concealer, so it's not like wow really bright, it's more natural. It is a very good coverage, but as I say, I don't use this one a lot because it's a little bit darker, and it's really affordable as well. It's really cheap. I'm not actually sure how much it is because, like I say, I think I bought mine either in the US or I actually might have been on holiday in Spain, and that's where I picked it up from. I think that's what it was. So I think they were like about $5 or €5, really inexpensive. So yeah, I would grab that one if the other ones are a little bit too fair, or if you want something that's more, you know, when you've got a little bit of a tan, I would recommend this one. Okay, so I'm going to talk about one more concealer, and this actually wasn't on the picture for the thumbnail that I took of that, because I actually took that thumbnail quite a while ago when I was finding inspiration for this video, and I have since found this concealer. So this is the Gosh High Coverage Concealer, and I bought this from Superdrug and it was around $8.99. I think I saw it in store, and then I went online to get it on the website and they didn't have it. So I think I did buy it in store because I'm always very wary about buying concealers in store because these things are never sealed, so I always wonder if people have been opening them and trying them. It's not very hygienic, so I'm really paranoid about stuff like that when I'm buying makeup from Superdrug, so I do like to buy things like that online. They might not have been messed with, it might be just me, but that's how I think. So I saw this one in store and I had to go back for it. This is in the shade Ivory 002, so as far as I can see this is the lightest shade that they do. There isn't like a 001, or if there was I couldn't find it. So it just looks like this. It was $8.99, so it's one of the more expensive drugstore concealers, but Gosh usually do have some kind of offer on, so you know it might work out for you that way. I wanted to mention this one as well because a lot of the concealers that I've been talking about are either a neutral or they're a pink, and not a lot of drugstore products do things with a yellow base. Now this is a yellow base, or an undertone to it. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it there, but it is very yellow and it's very light, and I have actually been reaching for this quite a lot. It is a very good coverage. I was actually quite surprised because a lot of the time when things say that they are high coverage or full coverage, you'll put them on and like, this is no way full coverage, but this one is. It's really good. It doesn't claim to be full coverage, it just says high coverage, and I do really like this concealer. Considering it's one of the more expensive drugstore ones, I would definitely give it a try. I really like it, and it has this massive wand on it, which I think is pretty cool. It just looks like the, you know, like the Tarte Shape Tape has a massive doe foot one. It just looks like that as well, and yeah, you do get quite a lot of product in it, 5.5ml, and how much do you get in the Revolution one? That's great. So this is actually in fluid ounces, 0.14 fluid ounces. So I don't know how you convert. Oh, this is actually 2 fluid ounces and this is 0.14, so you're getting quite a bit more product in here, but this one's cheaper, so just whatever works out for you. So yeah, that is another concealer that I do really enjoy. So there are the swatches of all the concealers. As you can see, some of them have oxidized while they've been on my skin, so it's something to bear in mind. You know, when you're buying a concealer, it might oxidize. Try it on your hand and then maybe walk around in store for 10 minutes and then see what it looks like as well. Also look in natural light, because in the stores it's very artificial, the light, so it's not true to colour. Go outside, have a look in the sunlight and see how it, you know, how it looks. Thanks for watching my video today. I hope if, you know, you have fair skin like me, this was helpful. If there's any kind of concealers that I've missed or I don't know about, please let me know, because I'm always interested to try out new concealers. Yeah, I do really like base products. So thanks for watching this video today. Check out my others. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you again later. Bye!